Yeah, lifestyle, child of God, family. What is going on with the folks out there? So, man, people are funny. Like, they're real funny. But they don't know that no matter where I go, the international community got a lot of love for me. And my job sent me to go work around a whole bunch of Hispanic folk, Latin folk, thinking that it was going to hurt me. You know, I'm not a racist person. There's specific Latin people that I just don't fuck with because of their characteristics and their behavior. But, you know, for the most part, the Latin community was fucking with me when I was at work yesterday. And, you know, I speak Spanish, man, but I don't really speak Spanish, if that makes sense. Like, you really gotta, like, take baby steps with me, you feel me? And even at the laundromat, they see me up there, you know? And we play around, we cool, you know? They want to relate to me, but, you know, I'm a brother for real, you feel me? And, you know, they can tell that, like, they can tell I'm a brother. And I went out last night to hang out with one of my good friends. You know, she's literally just a friend, always been a good friend. We didn't really get to talk too much because it was her friend's birthday, who's an asshole, by the way. That chick is fucking crazy. And I would never hang out with her, ever. But, you know, that's my friend's friend. I just was hanging out. But yeah, it was just really weird how I guess they thought they were punishing me by sending me to the Latin neighborhoods to do my job. And I was like, boy, you don't know who I am, man. The international community, they like a player, you know. My real true self comes out and they can see the real me when they get to interacting with me. But when we went out last night, we was at some Latin club, and I was like, Lord. But it was a lot of Latinas there, and, you know, they were cool. The Latin guys was cool. Some of them were trying to, I guess, poke a little bit, you know, make fun. But then when they really got to thinking about it, them type of make fun type smiles and those make fun type faces, they had to switch them faces up when they got in front of me, you know. And they had to put some respect on, you know, the homie's name. You know, some of the brothers came up to me and dapped me up, as they could tell, they know. If you know, you know. And, you know, I don't got nothing against the Latin community. It's just certain people, man, in the Latin community, certain specific people, they jealous or they're haters, you know what I'm saying? And it's interesting because, like, the Lord really has been working on me low-key. I guess last night was kind of a test, too, because when it come down to it, we was at the club, and they were like, oh, where all the Puerto Ricans at in there? Nobody raised their hand because nobody's really Puerto Rican up in there. It ain't a lot of Puerto Ricanos in the DMV area. I'm not saying that there's none, but it ain't a lot. And so I raised my hand just because I just, you know. And so here's the thing, family. My mom used to tell me that I wasn't Puerto Rican, or that she didn't know what I was because she didn't know what my dad was. But after I met my dad, you know, he completely dispelled all that. You know, not only did he officiate that Puerto Rican Taino blood runs through me, and also I have Cuban in me. I got a lot of Cuban in me. I didn't really realize I got about 10% Cuban in me, but I got a lot of indigenous blood. I am Taino and Selma, some type of Indian out of Cuba, you know. And but I mean, I've been a black man my whole life. I was raised on the black side, you feel me? So all my Latinos and my Latinas, man, don't try to beat up on a player, you know. Plus, y'all humor ain't the same as black humor, so it don't bother me. Y'all wit is not funny. Y'all are not funny people, you know. Y'all are just cool, relaxed, chill people. Just be that. But when it comes to the laughter and the jokes, you let black folk take care of that, okay? But yeah, they like, where all the Puerto Ricans at? And so I had one drink. I put my hand up in there, and it was like, yeah. They said something about the fakest one. And I said, oh, okay. I actually laughed. It was funny. It was funny because it just shows the amount of racism that's in their own culture, not only towards me, but towards other black folk. And this is how you know I'm a brother. When we left, I don't know, it was about 6 or 7 police, and they walked up to me, specifically towards me. And they was like, what y'all think, guys? Is it him? I'm like, is it him? What? I started laughing at them. And they're like, what's your name? What's your name? And I'm like, wait a minute, brother. Do I even have to tell you my name? I don't got to tell you nothing. What's going on, though? And so they had their phone out. And they was looking at this picture. And they kept showing it to each other. And they were like, I don't know. I think it's him, but I'm not sure. You know? And I'm like, let me see that picture. Let me see this picture. And it was a black dude, but the dude was darker than me. He had glasses on. You know, he had locks, but his locks don't even look like mine. You know, he had blonde on the tips, and, you know, I got blonde kind of running throughout my locks, you feel me? And so I'm like, bro, that's definitely not me. First of all, he's darker than me. And they're like, I don't know, y'all look the same color. I was like, yeah. I was like, all right. So, you know, I told them, look, don't keep messing with me. I'm a federal agent, bro. And they were like, what bureau you work for? I said, the post office. You obstruct that mail and motherfucking agents gonna come out and arrest y'all asses, Arlington County, for obstructing a postal worker from doing his damn job. And so they had to laugh. They all were laughing because it's a real law. Like, you can't obstruct the mail. You'll go to jail. It's a federal thing, you know? And so I'm a federal employee. You feel me? And so they were laughing. But these motherfuckers was trying to lock a nigga up, though, and I didn't even do anything. I don't even do anything drug related, you know, or outside of that. Like, I haven't violated nothing. You feel me? So it just goes to show, like, when Latino, Hispanic, Latina, Hispanica, when they see me, they say, that's a nigga, man. That's a black dude. You feel me? And there was some pretty Latinas in there. I actually met a Latina really recently, and but she's dark-skinned. She's not really dark. She's more like Habesha color, you know? If you know what Habesha is, then you know what color I'm talking about. But she's Puerto Ricana and Dominica. And I was like, yo. And, yo, we exchanged numbers, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, I love black women, you know? FBA women. I've always loved black women. Only they know how to talk to me. Only they know how to deal with me. Only they know how to handle a player, you feel me? Because when you raised by a black grandma who used to hit you with a fly swatter, you and your cousins, you know, when you used to get hit with a fly swatter when you was younger, when you raised by a black woman from the South, from Savannah, you know, who's got Cherokee and Choctaw tribal ancestry, it's a different flavor than having an abuela. See, y'all niggas got chancletas thrown at you. Uh, you Latinos, Latinas, there was a chancleta, you know. Abuela used to throw that at you. You feel me? But I grew up with an FBA grandma. You feel me? So, you know, I grew up with an FBA grandfather. You feel me? And I'm proud of that. But to the Hispanic culture, to the Latin culture, you know, I don't got no beef with y'all. I'm not racist. You know, I said some shit to this Latina chick, this Mexican chick, because she was a bitch talking to me all crazy. And I was just trying to have a conversation, you know, about some things. And she invited me to the conversation in the sense of, you know, can I speak with you, ma'am, you know, about some things? Sure, what's up? She invited me. And then I guess she couldn't handle, you know, because a lot of people can't handle really having like real conversations and tough conversations where things are just direct. And she couldn't handle it. And so she started cussing a nigga out. She started throwing motherfucker this, motherfucker that, middle finger this, throwing middle fingers up at me and all that. And I didn't even really get active with her verbally, because I would never get active with her physically. Until some people got in between and stuff, and you know, and she just kept acting up because people were trying to side with her, not knowing that she really started all that loudmouth interaction. You feel me? All that rah rah interaction. She started that shit. She started the disrespect. I wasn't disrespectful. I was just doing what I do with men and women. You know, it doesn't matter. You know, and I said some racial things to her, not because it's in my heart, because I knew it would get under her skin. You feel me? And I told her ass to get her ass back across the border ASAP. You feel me? Migrate your ass right back to Mexico. And she didn't like that. But I'm like, ma'am, you know, I didn't inherit the wit gene. You feel me? You gotta really get me angry or upset in order for me to just start splurring out random disrespect. You feel me? Because that's not my style. That's not my character at all. You feel me? You really gotta tip me over, right? But like, I don't know what to say to her. So I told her ass to get back across the border. You know, I did call her a bitch though, because she was being a bitch. Like, that doesn't mean that that's who she is as a person, but she was being a bitch and she needed correction. And see, a lot of these women, they're not used to a man correcting them without being violent. You feel me? They're not used to a man dealing out the same or dishing out the same energy that they dish out, because they think that you're supposed to just let them abuse you. Nah, fuck out of here. Get the fuck on out of here, you know? I'm not doing none of that shit. You know, a lot of my family and you know, a lot of my old friends, they from New York. A lot of my family and friends, they from DC. Bitch, you gonna get this fire. You feel me? Like, we're not gonna put no hands, but you gonna get this fire. You feel me? You gonna disrespect and we gonna hit you with that fire. You wanna be a rattlesnake, we're gonna hit you with the cobra. You feel me? So that doesn't mean that I'm racist. You know? I love all people. I treat all people with respect. I help all people, and that's literally a fact. That's a factamundo. So, you know, like I say, I have dispositions about some of the Latin people in the community, some of the Hispanic people in the community, you know, like my mother's husband, because he's a dickhead. You feel me? Hated on black men since I was a young man. Abused the black man. You know, he even knew I was a black man. I'm not Latino like that. Even though I have a lot of blood in me that's Latino, I didn't grow up that way. That's not my character. That's not how the Lord raised me up. You feel me? I didn't grow up being attracted to Latinas. Yeah, I mean, you can look at any woman, no matter what the color, and be like, damn, she curvy or whatever. You feel me? She got a pretty face or whatever. But like, I mean, I don't know if any of y'all out there have ever slept with a black woman before, but she smelled different. She smelled different. You feel me? She smelled different. You know. Um, no, I've had some white women, but I ain't really. I don't. They don't smell like a black woman. Shit, you don't smell her hair like and the cocoa butters and certain things. It's just certain things. A black woman smell a certain kind of way. She smell great. You feel me? So I'm just not, and maybe I should try Latina. Hopefully this young lady that I met, actually that the Lord introduced me to, because he did introduce me to her. I'm gonna be honest. Because I would have never spoke to her, but like, I feel like it was supposed to happen. But yeah, maybe I give it a try. I don't know. I'm attracted to FBA black women. Facts. Period. Like, it just is what it is. But on another note, I just want to let the Latino and Hispanic community out there, like, yo, I don't got nothing against y'all. Y'all cool peoples, I don't deal drugs, so I don't need to grab nothing from some of that element. Like, I don't really hang out at the Latin clubs. When I was clubbing, I was hanging out, I was with black folk. It's different, So to call me a fake Puerto Rican, I mean, if you want to, I don't care. I have the blood in me, and my blood is actually might be deeper and have more relation to some of the ancestry than some of y'all. You feel me? Yeah, it's like that. So I just wanted to put this message out there because I get a lot of flack from the Latins and the Latinas and the Hispanic and the Hispanicas, because I realized and have come to know my true genetics. And like I said in the beginning of the video, my mom used to deny me all that and try to wanted me to be under the cuff of a man. We're not gonna get into some personal business, but tried to put me under the cuff under a man who don't like black men in general. Like, and that's a factamundo, he has black friends, I don't know, and I don't care. And every black person ain't the same, you feel me? So, Spanish people do be talking shit about black folk. They do. But that don't make them racist either just because they talk shit about black folk. A lot of cultures talk shit about my culture, man. I don't fuck with it. That's why I'm standing on FBA, because a lot of shit Tariq be saying is true, although the way he says it, I know it riles y'all up and gets under y'all skin and all that. And shout out to that man, Tariq Nasheed. Shout out to Microphone Check, Very proud of that brother. But people like to attack me in secret. They don't want to attack me to my face. They don't want to have a debate. They're not going to do that because they want to try to have the upper hand. But really, they just cowardly, And I don't really care. It doesn't bother me. Like, I got my goals set. I'm focused on what I'm doing. My daughter is right there with me. I'm trying to get her in alignment. I'm trying to get my job to understand, like, my daughter needs her dad, and that I'm a man that's been a dad in her life since she was born. Like, I ain't never left my kid. I always been spending time with her. I always put up the money for her. Always. Like, that's my hija. You feel me? That's my little princess, even though she a roughneck. My daughter's a roughneck, cuz she beats up girls and boys across the world, okay? She's strong. She not playing with no disrespect. She's just gonna reach out. She's just gonna reach out, and she might take you down, literally. But it's lifestyle. A child of God. Peace.